What's up, everybody? This is D-Rock with Unknown HipHop Culture, sitting here with Cody Lane.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Have a good drive down and everything?
Windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I know we done this before, but we never done the video, so, kind of for the people that's video and stuff,
Yeah.
how long you been making music?
I've been writing a long time. I've been dropping music 14 months now.
Okay.
14 months now. And it's been a wild ride, dude.
For the better?
Oh, yeah, it's changed my life entirely. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, what exactly made you want to, get in the actual music scene and want to release music to, the thousands of people and whatnot?
Man, for me, it's first and foremost, it's really about changing people's lives. Not like that I have the power to do that, but it's just my testimony. And I felt like my story and the struggle that I've endured and did endure wasn't in vain. And if I shared it through music, that it may potentially affect somebody positively. And that's why I got started doing it. At the heart of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we talked and everything, you kind of tell me your story and stuff. Is that looking back on that, is that something you would change, or you believe that's kind of what made you as who you are today?
No, I wouldn't change anything. Yeah, there's nothing at all I would change. I would. The only thing I would change is I need something to ash in right now. But other than that, I'd be Gucci. My Red Bull can would even be dope. I don't even know where I put it. Thank you. I wasn't even thinking. I thought I was all the way prepared.
That's fine. I thought I was too.
Do you want this or?
Yeah.
Okay, that's up to you. Needed ash in my bed. So yeah, it's been a crazy trip, bro. Nowadays I guess I knew this going into it, that it's easier now to get on with your music than it ever has been. And there's a bunch of goofy people out there that were having success, and I was like, shit. And I'm 32. Was I 32 when I started working on it? Like, I ain't got nothing to lose. Here we are.
Have you mentioned your age and stuff? Because some of my people that I interview, some buddies and stuff, they're kind of about your age. Have you ever heard that you're, kind of too old or to chase your dreams and stuff? That's something that's kind of I frown upon about whenever people, do stuff like that.
Was it Michelangelo that didn't paint the Sistine Chapel until he was like, what, 35 or something like that?
Yeah.
I know I get flack for being older is just on like TikTok streaming, but other than that, no. And maybe that's something to do with most of the average age in my subgenre is probably pretty close to mine. There's not very many young guys.
Yeah.
So that might have something to do with it. But I was prepared for it. What the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm definitely, as far as just being a rapper, I'm getting into the game a little bit late, but better late than never.
Yeah, that's very true, But see, I know we talked about what you was gonna be doing and stuff. You want to talk about that right now, or a little bit later,
or? Yeah, I mean, we can jump right into it. We might as well.
Might as well.
I'm excited. You're excited, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing the next project. I've landed on the title and the release date.
Okay.
It is going to be called Country Rap Jesus. I'm going to be, white trash Jesus on the front of it. It's going to be hilarious. We just talked about either Jordans and like a sash and robe, or like some ostrich skin boots. You know what I'm saying? And some stuff that might be a move too. But I'm going for like the shock factor with the title and everything. And also I do firmly feel like, and I've been saying that if country rap is going to be saved, I'm going to be the one who's going to save it.
All right, yeah.
That's the project, and we're going to drop it on regular baby Jesus' birthday, Christmas. So Country Rap Jesus coming Christmas
all right,
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a wise man, you'll be there, motherfuckers. Let's go.
uh, yeah. I know. Is Manny the producer behind all your music that you do, or do you kind of?
Manny has produced a few different songs for me. He's gonna have a track, at least one track, probably more on the Country Rap Jesus. But also, this is another big announcement. I just landed a deal with a cat named Jake Angel Beats, who I've used for damn near all my shit. Like 90% of my tracks are from a YouTube channel called Jake Angel Beats. He's overseas in England, and he doesn't make exclusive beats. He just doesn't. And I talked to him on Instagram about buying some rights on one that he already made. And I just asked him, what would you charge me to do X amount of exclusive beats with me having input? And we were able to come to terms. So he's going to be producing the majority of Country Rap Jesus. I'm excited about that, man. Just because a lot of his beats, like my song Sinner, 3 or 4 different people have songs on that beat. And that won't be like that now. And I can just, I don't know.
You can be, like, I guess, in a way more proud that it's yours, and you know, whenever you hear that beat and stuff, you want people to think your name pretty
solely
much.
mine. Yeah, and I'll have some, like, my fingerprints will be on the production at some point, because what I'll do is say things. I'll be like, I want a beat that sounds like Hank Williams Jr. meets Big X the Plug.
Okay.
And then he'll send something, boom, back. And then I can revise it. I get up to 2 revisions on each beat. So if I want to say I want double the hi-hat or roll the 808 or just change, can do those things and get it fixed.
Okay.
Specific, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking about the exclusive beats and everything,
Jake Angel Beats. I've also got a beat from Trainwreck Kenny. Also going to be on Country Rap Jesus. He did the beat for the song I've Done. He does a lot of Hitman stuff.
Okay.
So those 3 producers are going to be on there. Manny's got 2 features on the record. I'm excited about it, man. I've got other features lined up. I don't want to get into them. One of them, I'll go ahead and say it. My dude Adam Calhoun. Word on the street is he's going to be on the record. And shout out Adam Calhoun. I haven't had a chance to be documented actually talking about my experience with him and how I was able to meet him and what kind of person he is. But for the next 3 podcast episodes, I'm going to take a few minutes and do that. Adam, I don't know if you know who he is or if you know anything about his content. Okay, he's kind of like a polarizing figure, I guess you would say, because he gets into the political shit. And I honestly try and avoid the political stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care. I can't vote anyway. You feel me? So, but he took an interest in the music, and we went to Chicago and met him. Me and Ruby did. He's one of the biggest independent artists in the world. Just dropped a record with Tom McDonald.
Okay.
Got a song with Tom McDonald and Dex called Black and White that dropped 2 weeks ago. Anyway, he's just what you think he would be. Exactly what you would think you'd be.
But yeah, I mean, I'd said whenever you talk about certain things you don't know if you want to talk about and stuff, like I said, it's kind of your time. So wherever you want to talk about, it really
going up, dude. I'll tell you, since we're cutting for shorts, Adam Calhoun is exactly who you would expect him to be if you've seen his content. Loud, funny, almost abrasive if you don't know how to handle somebody that's so forward. Says what's on his mind. Drives like a bat out of hell, which you could probably put together from his content. But a good, solid dude. He's been nothing but good to me. He got real busy with his record, which just dropped yesterday, the Brave 2 with him and Tom. But we're supposed to be still planning on working with each other. He's going to put a feature on the new record. So shout out Adam Calhoun.
Yeah. All right. Well, we was talking about we started talking about some stuff before we got on and everything. Oh, fine.
Yeah.
But about, I know you said you had a story about whenever you was coming out of addiction. Do you want to?
Yeah, we was talking the last time about like the lowest low. When was that moment?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really, at that time, there were so many lows. It was hard for me to reflect. But upon reflection, I guess I had already been using and strung out with addiction and in the streets trying to, be grimy or whatever for about 4 or 5 years hard at this time, homeless for, stretches of time. I had split up with my kids, my first baby mama, Owen and Olivia's mom. We had split up, and I had moved in with this other chick, but I was just hustling her for a come up, and she knows that now, so I can say it. And as soon as I came up, I split, and everything went south. I moved to Shakota, and I got a little place on Northwest Second Street in Shakota, and just turned it into my personal little trap house. Um, and then about, I guess, 3 weeks into it, 4 weeks into it, the house is full of fiends. My phone rings, and it's my baby mama, and she says, "Me and the kids, can we come to your house and stay a week?" And I was out of nowhere because her and I were like done. You know what I'm saying? She'd had this boyfriend and shit, and I don't want to get into why. I don't even know to this day why she ended up coming, but I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I can't say no to that if my kids need somewhere to stay." And she was supposed to be like working during the days, and I keep them. And she said, "Well, I'm coming right now." So I cleared the house out and ran everybody out. And the next morning, she got up and went to work and took Olivia to school. And my son wasn't school age at the time. And I didn't have any water in the house, any groceries in the house. The lights were like a day or two from getting turned off. Barely any gas in the car. And if I did have gas in the car, when I got to McDonald's, I didn't know how the fuck I was going to feed him. And scraped up the change, got down to McDonald's, and as I fed him and just seen the look of worry in his face and that I wasn't able to provide any stability at all, I just decided that who wasn't who I wanted to be. I moved out. The kids ended up leaving the next day. They didn't stay the whole week because obviously she could see that
Yeah.
it wasn't a place for them to be. And I moved out of Shakota the day after they left. Um, Begged my grandma, "You gotta let me come home and get straight." And she did. And about, I guess it was 8 months later, 9 months later, even less, I met Rube. And so yeah, there's that tale. I don't know if
Yeah.
but that was the lowest low, man. And there were lots of them, but yeah, that was the moment I decided to change
Yeah.
shit around.
Like I was telling you before, it's I applaud anybody that brings themselves out of addiction, and because there's a lot of them that say they want to, they want help, but it's a lot of them say they want help to get to where they want to be, then just to fall back and
Yeah,
stuff. I always applaud people that come out of addiction and stay out because, like the story I was telling you earlier, my girlfriend's brother, he was big heavy drinker, and he would in and out of jail and whatnot. Then he finally got the help
yeah,
that he was really, really, really looking for and needed. He, I believe it was, he's been working at this rehab that he went to because they seen the progress that he made and stuff, and some. Well, it's just I'm not
yeah,
gonna the specific on what the doctor told him, but it said if he goes back to how he is and stuff, that he's not gonna be here anymore.
yeah.
And that kind of really opened his eyes. Then whenever
That's crazy that you're talking about this specifically. It really is, Ruby, isn't it? That he's saying those words specifically about the song "Clean" that we've got coming. Go ahead and finish.
oh
I'll
well,
tell you
yeah,
about it,
you're
bro.
fine. Uh, whenever whenever me and my fiance was having our daughter and stuff, he around the time I believe I remember him because he he would talk to me, but not like he would my fiance, and she would. There was times where they would kind of she'd say I'll go see him, and she'd come back and she'd say he's he's crying. He's tired of living the way he is, and said I he said I want to be there for whenever my daughter gets older and stuff. See the progression and everything through her life, and because he said really he said I didn't know whenever I'd be get to be an uncle and whenever she was
Yeah,
doing that and it's he said he used that and what the doctors told him to as motivation to really
yeah,
turn his life around. Like I said, he's been the rehab gave him a chance to actually accepted him into the rehab, then I'm grateful for that place because after he completed it and stuff, the uh people there started realizing that he's actually one of the few that wanted to change, and they offered him a job once he completed his class and everything, and they held word to, or they held
Yeah.
true to their word and everything.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. We've got a song called Clean coming, and it's about uh, a lady I know named Joanna, and how she got clean. And I seen her. She flatlined on her. She had got high. She had an ulcer, and she got high the night before. And we was at her house the next day for breakfast, and she's puking, dying in the floor. We call an ambulance, and she flatlined twice on the ride to the ER. And doctor told her if you keep smoking dope, it's gonna kill you. And before she got home, she called her daughter and said, "I got a bag in a sunglass case in my dresser drawer. Go get rid of it. I'm on my way home." And she hasn't touched it in 2, 3 years now.
Man.
And we wrote a song about her called Clean for the next project, man.
Yeah.
Super excited about it. But you telling me his story about how the
Yeah.
doctors would set her straight. And she had been using I don't know how many years, and didn't need rehab. Just needed to know that life was worth living without
Yeah.
filters.
Yeah.
Especially one that ends the whole picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, addiction sucks and it's a monster. Unfortunately, you mentioned him crying. I'm sure at some point he stopped crying, because when you stop crying about it and you get the mindset of fuck that, I'm bigger than this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when you win. It takes strength, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that's that's another thing where we're talking about addiction. We talked about before. I said, me personally, I can't. Whenever people's like, you know, you would you would just be better if you wouldn't do this, do that, and stuff. I can't. I don't have no right telling anybody that, because me personally, I don't know what addiction is. I know I've that's what my dad passed away from, was cirrhosis. So I know about it,
yeah,
but I never personally experienced it. So
yeah,
that's something I can't never really judge people, and how they should live and
yeah.
everything else.
Unfortunately, I've been afflicted by it my entire life, even from childhood, growing up with my father in the home for the first 5 or 6 years while he was on the dope and shit. Seen, like I mentioned, some crazy shit. Some of my first memories were things that shouldn't be on the list of kids' first memories.
Yeah.
So there was addiction there, and then in other forms and fashions, it was there throughout adolescence. To be honest, I don't want to dive in and hurt anybody, but it was. And then as soon as I hit adulthood, I drinking, let's party. It was more so the party than it was the drinking. It was like, the cocaine, the girls, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
at that age. And then I had Olivia at 22, and it was just drinking and working. But I was still addicted to something. And then when the pain pills came along is when I was like, fuck it, and went wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started having to come up with a way to support this addiction now,
Yeah.
because this is stupid. But yeah, it's a monster, dude. It's a monster. I think the scariest addiction and probably the most destructive addiction of all is gambling addiction. Thankfully, that's something I like to gamble. Don't get me wrong, I like to go, but being addicted to gambling is
Yeah.
crippling for people. Think about it. Um, think about it. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, bro.
I know you got notes. Is there something specific
No,
that
I
you?
was just making
All right.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure I covered that and everything. Oh, and when that happened with the kids, it was in the middle of the holidays too. It was like between Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's another note I had just in hindsight. I seen a meme today that said you'll never forgive yourself for breaking your kid's heart because of your addiction. And that's a factual meme. Factual meme. It's true.
Yeah, that that, like I said, that's something I've personally never can be able to tell anybody that's been through addiction. It shouldn't be that hard to quit doing this, quit doing that. You should be doing this
Yeah.
you really, I believe nobody has a right to judge anybody, because
Yeah.
just because we don't know what the path that everybody's been down. What kind of
Right.
art
Right.
stuff they've encountered,
But
and
what we all can say is get the help you need. We cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone. Go get the help you need because you need it. You know what I'm saying? Whether that is finding somebody who's an accountability partner, somebody you know, your significant other, your uh, mama, daddy, brother, cousin, who the hell ever, or it's a group or a rehab or what the hell ever, or it's God or whatever that is for you. Get the help you need because we can't do it alone. That's the first step, and I don't. Yeah, that is literally the first step in 12 steps, right? So, but it's the truth in recovery.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I applaud anybody that can, go into the darkest of dark that they've been in, and then rise up
Yeah.
out of it. And
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, you're still gonna hear a bunch of grimy music. I've still got stories to tell from the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm gonna hold on to that hopefully throughout this music journey. Um, but that's part of the story. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm so excited about the new music. I'm so excited about the Nashville trip, the promotion. You know those podcasts. I got some shit to say. It's like the podcast to go on if you want to do country rap, and I'm gonna get on there, D-Rock, and I'm gonna talk my motherfucking shit. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be a different Cody on that bitch. I promise. Because I'm gonna get on there and be like, yeah, okay, y'all are all in this country rap subgenre. Yeah, here's the reasons why it sucks. Here's the reasons why it sucks. Corny lyrics, no originality, not unorthodox flows, just people that can't rap. And plus, y'all got the good old boy system. You have to act like you've been doing this for 10 years before you get a foot in the door. So I got my foot in the door already. I'm going to make y'all listen because they're all artists. And I'm going to make y'all listen to me. I paid you to come on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all going to hear. I'm going to talk my shit, dude. When they see that episode, they're like, what the fuck? Yes. I love it, too. And I had held back on that approach for a long time. But now I feel like, what have I got to lose?
yeah.
Like, I people say, well, if you piss off so and so, he'll end your career. Man, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I already got too much traction for him to stop what I've got going on, or whoever he is. So that's what I'm unloading on. I'm gonna write, you know what I'm saying, just like Jesus would. I'm gonna write a letter to all the churches, and shit like that, and to the false prophets, donut. Whoever would take that for what you will. But yeah, there's some people out here now. I'll say this about music. There's a certain artist in particular that comes to mind. Like they say their shows are like church services. I've been to a lot of concerts and a lot of church services. The two things are not the same. If you're getting those two things confused by a man who leads a black and white life of sin, doesn't disguise it, but just sings songs about grace and salvation, you listen to the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to walk the walk too. And there's a certain particular artist who I like his music, but all of a sudden they're treating him like an idol. And it's just crazy just because he's singing songs about God with vague references to God. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to attack that on Country Rap Jesus too.
All right.
But I don't know, man. I'd kind of changed the lane. I appreciate
you're fine.
I appreciate you letting me come through. The energy's always good here.
Yeah.
And it's so, you asked earlier about the business side of things. What's the most important thing I've learned from it? Trust your instinct, dude. Like, did I tell you about being in Manny's front yard the other day and somebody coming up and telling me that they hate me in Muskogee because I'm on the west side of Muskogee because I'm white and I'm going up right there in front of Manny. Yeah. Right, went out to smoke a cigarette, and this dude came up and told me that, and I was like, what the fuck? And I had thought that there were vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole time along, all that love that a lot of the locals that show me, which I'm not gonna, I still got love for everybody local. Don't get it twisted. I can't help how y'all feel about me, but just don't lie to my face. So on the business side of things, everybody wants something from you, and when they want something from you, they're gonna be super fucking nice. And you know what I'm saying? Just remember to differentiate between associates and friends. And then the second thing is work. It's just like any other job you've got. If you don't get up and you don't do rhyme exercises every day, and you don't write 3 hooks and 3 verses every day, and listen to beats and make yourself read lyrics from other, you won't excel. if you don't put the work in. I've had a lot of people in the last few weeks be like, must be nice. All right, somebody said it to me this morning, must be nice. Man, I have spent the last 15 months, 14 months, 2 years really chasing this dream, putting feet to it. And everybody running me down about how no good of a motherfucker I am, blah, blah, blah. And me saying, just wait till it takes off. And now it must be nice, like it just happened overnight from the same people. So that's one thing about it that I think's crazy. Um,
Is there any like the what as far as being in the music scene and stuff? What's some of the best things that you? I know you mentioned last time about just people supporting you. You know, whenever you do go do shows or go off somewhere and do
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, just man, the people, the fans, which is still a weird word to say, but the fans, the people who like the music and get behind the music and are absolutely the best part of this. The best part of this. And when they recognize you in public and say, "Hey, you're that dude who does Muskogee County's finest," or "You're that bald-headed ugly fuck," or "You're Cody Lane," and whether it's the Arby's drive-through or they walk past you and then turn around and catch up to you in Walmart, it's the most gratifying thing. Like I made a post about, I made this social media post about, don't come up and touch me if you don't know me a few weeks ago. And I would say, still don't let them give me a hug. Nobody likes that. But do not ever hesitate to say, hey, Cody. And then whatever else you feel, talk to
Yeah.
me, y'all, because I love it. It will forever be, regardless of whatever level of success I reach, the fans I think will always be the greatest thing, man.
Do you remember the first time that somebody actually stopped you and you recognized you?
Yeah, it was early on. I just dropped like Payback in Muskogee County's finest. I think the videos had just came out. And Ruby and me and her sister were in the dollar store. And I walked out. I was ahead of them in line for some reason, paid for my shit and walked out. And apparently somebody in line said, that's that guy that does Muskogee County's finest. So, and they came out and told me. And I didn't get to hear it. But even then was like, what? What? And then at the grimy video shoot, this kid who's still my number one fan. Now he's not a kid. Now he's a grown man. But Jeff Helmer asked me for an autograph, and that was just like, why would you ever want me to sign your T-shirt, bro? You know what I mean? I'm just me. But and since then, it's amazing, man. One of the coolest things, even aside from like face-to-face interactions, is the messages I'll get, which come in not daily, but a few times a week. Uh, Cody, your music means this to me because of this.
Yeah.
Um, Cody, your music did this for me, and that sometimes those get to me emotionally because
Yeah.
that's what I'm here in it to do, really. So
Yeah. I know there's a few few songs. I know my as far as I, I can kind of see where that comes from is the one that you kind of not real recent. Well, I guess it is, but it's not your recent one. The One Day song.
oh yeah,
I know a lot of people can get touched by that one. Even me listening to it, I could tell the sincerity and just the time it took you to put it together and the
yeah,
whole thing as one.
yeah. Song was dope, man. That song came together. That old project, I felt all kinds of different ways about I-40 East. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
thought it was the greatest thing in the world, and then I hated it. But it's a solid project, and One Day is a song that's just it's true to the heart of what I intend to do. As true as anything has been. You know what I'm saying? Other
Yeah.
than maybe Sinner, it's just true to the heart as anything that I've tried to do. Um, Even more so than Sinner. So um, I'm glad we were able to do that because that's not something that you get to do every day, unfortunately, in these times because they won't let you. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah. As far as what you how you talk about you wanna that's what you wanna kind of be known for as your message and stuff. What in your own words, what do you like after it's all said and done? Hopefully it's not done. You know, too soon. Your career and stuff.
Anytime soon.
What does your career like the message that you want it to be known for?
Victory and grace, I'd say. Victory and grace. That everybody can have victory, uh, and everybody should move with grace, and that those are two encompassing things. But just that we all can win whatever battle. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and to be honest, I'm so early on into this. I don't know exactly what I want the long lasting message today to be. In the song I wrote to that other artist, I said, "Don't worry about your legacy while your life's still worth living." So I just want to be a positive influence. I want to personally, my personal goals are to provide a life for my family, and not just my goals, but I'm going to, and I'm in the process of right now, thank God, praise God, of providing a life for my family that I never dreamed possible. And that's not just because of the music. The music is the sole reason, but social media has blossomed because people's affection for the music, and it's just been a major blessing. So that's going down. I want to continue to make that a goal, to just make them happy, keep peace of mind at the heart of everything, because that's what matters the most. Um, Houses, land, all those
Yeah.
things. Uh, I'd like to make. There's some crazy goals I've got, like just the things that would be crazy. Like, there's never been a country rapper who was an XXL freshman. Huh.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, speak that into existence. There's never been a country rapper who was an XXL freshman, because there's never been a real one until Country Rap Jesus. Christmas 23. Let's go.
All right, yeah. That's kind of something I ask everybody is just what do you like what would you want your legacy and stuff to kind of be, just
Yeah. I just want to be, he was, whatever a good man is, I want the people to say Cody was that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
However somebody defines that, I want to be that. Uh, there's a lot of words and a lot of different things I can say. I just want to be kind to everybody I meet, but also let them know it ain't sweet. You know what I'm saying? He was a good man. Yeah.
All right, yeah. There's a I like I like the songs that you've been putting out. Let's see. How'd y'all come up with the last one, the newest one? What was it? Eat, eating or
That was
ate
a
or
that was a Simple Man song that
okay,
and he just emailed me and said I want to do it, and so I just put my little verse on there. I got out rapped by both of them. Technically, boy, they fucking. Well, one I did like 12 bars, which is typical Cody verse. 12, 16 max, and they did like 24, 28, 32. But yeah, that's what you get. That's a lot of people, and they haven't. Nobody said it, but I was worried they would. That Cody really looked weak on I-40 East, but the Simple Man's so technical. But I knew that we would shine in different areas.
yeah,
He's super technical, but I'm a better storyteller. You know what I'm saying? And Dusty would say the same thing if we were sitting in the room. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We all each have our strong points. He layers vocals. He'll stack them vocals up real well, but my voice can carry real well through one take. And so we just kind of picked up. It actually turned out really well. A lot of guys worry about who out rapped who, and I do feel like there's some songs where I finish first, and there's some songs where he does, but it was all around. It was cool to see us work together, and it actually be uh, something we both, I think, are happy with.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, before we make this podcast a little bit too long, is there anybody you want to shout out? It don't matter how long you take or whatever. Shout out, mention featured shows or like
we're gonna start booking shows for 24 coming up soon. We'll get those hopefully announced uh, within a week before, probably a week after, 2 weeks after the record drops on Christmas. So around the first of the year, we'll get some shows announced. I don't know how many. Um, Shout out Mike and Green Street. There ain't no street like Green Street. All gas, no brakes. Hey, the dopest spot in Eastern Oklahoma, and not just Eastern Oklahoma, but also the entire fucking world. Green Street. OklahomaOutlawMusic.com. Shout out my new personal assistant, Doobie. She's doing a great job. Badass little bitch, too. Who else? Just Manny 918. The good Lord above. And Mama. That's all I got, dude.
All right, yeah. All right, well, everybody, that's Cody Lane. Make sure you go follow him. What's your Facebook, Instagram?
Facebook is just my personal page.
Okay.
It's Cody Lane. I've got an artist page, but if you really just follow my personal page, the one with I think it's like 5,000 followers. Instagram's at codylane.music. TikTok is at I am Cody Lane. But I need to get them all uniform. YouTube's Cody Lane. If you just YouTube Cody Lane, I'll pop right up. But yeah, all the socials. Hell yeah, we love y'all so much. Like I said, the fans are the greatest thing, and it wouldn't be possible for me to be sitting in front of ring lights feeling like a, you know what I'm saying, Ron Burgundy, if it wasn't for y'all. So keep showing love, and I'll keep showing it back. Appreciate you.
All right, yeah, everybody, make sure you go follow Cody Lane on his Facebook, just everything. Make sure that way you can stay up to date. And y'all have a good day. Hopefully y'all start becoming fans of him because he's a real good artist. I like the story that he tells and just the way he puts it together. And just I'll tell you this personally, just from this experience right here. I was a fan before, and pretty much you got a fan for life in me. Just the way that your vibe and energy and
Dude, I'm gonna be your fan for life too, D-Rock. So
that's crazy, man.
I appreciate that though. I appreciate that.
Yeah, all right, everybody. Have a good day.